Now here's the fun part. Hey, welcome back. You are now watching $1 Million Anything Tutorial Part 1. This song has a lot more rock element and it's more melodic, so it should be easier for most of you. I will explain more about the techniques involved in this song as we go along, so let's go. The first thing that I want to talk about is getting the right tone. I'm using Nero DSP, Archetype Noli, and I'm using the second amp of the plugin for this song. I'm not too sure which physical amp it is modeling after. I'm guessing it's a Marshall. It sounds like a Marshall, but I'm not too sure. I believe any crunch sounding amp should work, but the key thing of getting that tone is to use 4th pickup position. You could use the 2nd position, but I prefer the 4th one because it's more rounded and still have this dry and percussive characteristic. If you're using a 3-way switch humbucker guitar, the middle position should work better than the rest. The entire letter A is separated into 4 phrases. Letter A first phrase starts with an E-7 add 9 chord. And then you need to bend it like that. And then after that, do a sweep up. Start from the 3rd string. And then your sweep up rhythm needs to be in triplet. And then followed by is a G and a B-7. But I keep it as simple as just 2 notes. And then followed by, this is a C major 7 add 9 chord. And then notice that I pressed 2 notes with 1 finger. Please pay attention also on the muted strums in between chords. After the C major 7 chord, do another upstroke and then followed by open 5th string, hammer, hammer, go down, open, hammer, and then open 5th string, double note. This is basically an A-7 and then bend the chord like that. And then after that, you want to do another upstroke on the A-7 chord and then followed by, this pattern is essentially the same as, it's just different position. From the C major 7 chord, again please notice how the upstroke is filling up the gap between chords. So from the start of the phrase, now second phrase starts with an open 6 strings. And then, I know it's a little bit difficult to cram 2 fingers on the same fret, but just try your best. And then, the note of the chord is from the start of the phrase. And then after this, do another sweep up similar to the first phrase. Start from the 3rd strings, and then this time your target note is a C note. You need to switch your orientation fast, like this. After the C major 7 arpeggio, do this. Open 5th string, hammer, hammer, go down, open, hammer. And you want to connect the last note to this note. And then followed by so from the start of the phrase again. third phrase is kind of the same as the first phrase. Start with this chord and then sweep up. The target note is right here, and then followed by, and then similarly come to the C major 7 add 9 chord. From the start of the phrase again. So after the C major 7 chord, do this again, and then followed by mute the strings with your left hand, and then hit the strings, and then pick the muted strings, and then followed by open third string, hammer, hammer, followed by hit the strings, and then all these notes are in triplet. From the start of the phrase, and then the fourth phrase again is similar to the second phrase. Now here's the fun part. Now let's break it down. It starts with a 2 muted first string and then 4 hammered notes. You gotta hammer them quite hard in order for them to ring clearly. And then followed by. So remember this and also this. It's the same pattern here. It's just different position. So from the muted note again. And then after that, you need to come very quickly to 14th fret. Mute the strings, hit the strings, pick the muted strings, open first string, hammer. If you do it fast enough, and then followed by a sweep up B minor 7. In moderate speed. If you do it fast, it's not that easy to do that on a thinner string, but with a bit of practice, you should be able to do it. So from the muted note again. So let's put everything together. If you need something to help you in your practice, go to ko-fi.com and download my play along session for free. It's in slow speed, 100 BPM, good for practice. And if you want to support me, buy me a cup of coffee, you can do it right there. So thank you so much for supporting. Let's get back to the tutorial. Letter B first phrase starts with an open 6 string, and then double note, double note, and then followed by palm mute these 2 notes, and then do the bend on the double. And then followed by, it's basically a B minor 7 and an A minor 7. And then after that, okay, this is a recurring line that you have learned from letter A. After this, hold an F sharp minor 7 chord with a little hammer on, and then followed by. So from the start of the phrase, second phrase starts with an E/G sharp chord in arpeggio, and do it in palm mute. let the last one ring, and then come up to 9th fret. Double hammer, slide up, then on C. And then you want to come down quickly to the 14th fret and do the same percussive thing again. And then followed by 4 hammered notes. It's essentially a B7 chord, but without picking it, you just hammer them. So from the start of the phrase, and then do an A minor 7 chord here. Palm mute, and then followed by, which is kind of like the extension of the chord, and then do this. Again, the pattern is the same as this one, and also this one. It's just different position. The fingering is the same. And then after, do this. Hit the strings while you are muting the strings here. Hit, and then pick the muted strings. Open, hammer. These few notes are 30-second notes. They are pretty fast. And then followed by hammered, open, hammered, hammered. Combine with the previous line. From the start of the phrase again. So you gotta put some effort to work on the connecting point, especially from the C major 7 chord coming up to the 14th fret. It's a long stretch. And then how do you connect it immediately? Yeah, it takes some time to practice. Now the third phrase is kind of similar to the first phrase. For this particular part, the first phrase is, but here is, basically both of them are double. And then followed by, again it's an F sharp minor 7. And then followed by, hammer, hammer, pull, pull. So from the start of the phrase, and again the fourth phrase is similar to the second phrase. Now here, instead of you do this hammer, and then followed by G, A minor, B minor. So from the start of the phrase, the fifth phrase starts with an E minor 7 chord with a strong hammer, and then followed by open, hammer, hammer, go down, open. Followed by C major 7 chord with a hammer, and then another round of, and then followed by, and remember to bend the A minor chord. Okay, from the start of the phrase, after that, do this again, and then followed by hitting the strings here, and then pick the muted strings. Open, hammer, 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 hammer. If you play fast enough, so from here, so let's play together with the metronome, it will make more sense. And the sixth phrase starts with an open sixth string, and followed by, and then C, from the side of the face, and then followed by A minor 7 chord, palm mute but release the last upstroke, and then end with. So put everything together with a metronome. Letter A2 is the same as letter A1 except on how it ends. So letter A2 first phrase. Second phrase. Third phrase. Fourth phrase. Now here's the difference. It is not as complicated as letter A1. If you have enjoyed learning so far, please like and subscribe to my channel. $1 Million Anything can be found in my latest EP, Exponential, on all streaming platforms. So thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for part 2.